Rickita and I'm back with another video. So in this video, I want to talk about charge-offs, and I want you guys to understand how charge-offs work, and what's the process behind a charge-off. What should you do with them? So charge-offs on your credit reports, most likely there are accounts, probably credit cards that you did not pay. So that's the company saying, you know what, I'm done with this person. I'm going to sell it to another company. I'm going to keep it here. I'm just going to write it off on my taxes as a loss. So, or a profit, depending on, maybe it was a profit. Sometimes it can't be a profit for them, but I'm just going to write it off on my taxes. So the thing is, a lot of people, they have charge-offs. They want to buy a house and they try to figure out what to do. I have this charge-off, like what to do. So when it comes down to buying a house, as long as that charge-off says $0, meaning that it probably sold it to another company or you already paid it, then you should be good. The problem comes in is when you have a balance on that charge-off. Now, before an account becomes a charge-off, first it's 30 days late, then it's 60 days late, then it's 90 days late. So it goes up by 30 days. And usually when they get to that 180-day mark, when it's 180 days late, which is about, that's like 6 months, I believe. So when it becomes 6 months late, then that's when they're going to report it to the credit bureaus, that they're going to charge it, that they're charging it off. Now, at that charge-off point, it's easier to get accounts deleted from your credit reports. It's sending disputes to the credit bureaus, letting them know exactly what's wrong with that account. And I have the letters down below, and it comes with a video to teach you how to understand what's wrong with the account. But you'll send that into the credit bureaus and let them know to delete that account from your credit reports. Now, remember, you guys, charge-offs can be sold. So sometimes you'll see a charge-off in your credit report and it says $0. That's because a new company has it, a collection company. And when that collection company has it, that's when you may see enhanced ERC, enhanced recovery company. That's when you're going to see portfolio recovery. That's when you're going to see these companies come after you or get added to your credit reports, letting you know that you owe them now. So let's go back just a little bit in regards to now this new company. So you got that charge off. If it's $0 or if you have a balance, you want to dispute it to get it removed from your credit reports. If it has a balance, there, then you know that it's not going to be with a collection company. It's going to stay with that company and you still owe that company. Now, a lot of times these companies going to sell it to a new collection company. Now, when they sell it to that new collection company, they have to contact you. That's when you're going to get the DUNS letter from them, where they're going to basically say, hey, you owe us $1,000 or you owe us $1,500. If you don't dispute this in 30 days, we're going to assume that it's yours and we're going to put it on your credit reports. That's when you have to send them the validation of debt. That's when you have to send them that letter, the validation of debt letter to that collection company. Now, the validation of debt letter, that's what's going to stop that company from just throwing it on your credit reports. You're going to ask them, okay, you say I owe this $1,000, you say I owe this $1,500, show me these different proofs. That's when you're going to send it to that company. And I recently told you I had to do that on my own credit reports where charge-off been happen, you guys. And the collection company, portfolio recovery, coming saying, hey, you owe us this money. And I'm like, hey, listen, I sent them that validation of debt letter. I haven't heard anything else from them because they don't have the necessary proof to actually send to me. So I haven't heard anything else from them. So now I'm just like, okay, it's not on my credit reports and it's out the way. If you do not send them any type of letter, you guys, when this new collection company come, if you do not respond to them, that's when you're going to open up the door to the point where a lot of these collection companies right now are desperate during the corona time. They're suing like crazy. So that's when you're going to open up the door to lawsuits because you didn't respond to them the first time right away to scare them off. You made them seem like it was comfortable. So you're going to open up to lawsuits. On top of lawsuits, they can put on your credit reports now because they sent you that letter and you didn't respond, which means that it must be yours, and you just probably not paying. So make sure you guys are responding to those letters that you're getting from the collection companies in a mail letting you know, hey, you owe us money. Respond to them right away with the validation of that letter. But I just want to tell you guys that quick process. Remember, your charge-off started off as a credit card company, installment account, some type of account that you had to pay on it monthly. It started off as 30 days, 60 days late, 90 days, 120 days, 150 days. It got to 180, and then they said, you know what, I'm tired of this now. I'm going to charge it off. When they charged it off, they sold the account to a collection company or they kept it as a profit or loss. So now when you look on your credit reports, if it's a balance there, that means it's still with that company. If it's a zero balance, that means you must have already paid it off, or if you know you didn't pay it, it's with a collection company now, and you have to start looking out for that collection company. If that collection company pops this up on your credit reports, it's going to really drop your credit score, and it's going to be harder to try to get it off. Make sure you guys are doing the validation of debt letters right away when it comes down to these accounts. But hopefully this is really helpful to you guys, and I wanted you guys to understand how a charge-off happens. And remember, you guys, if you get that collection on your credit report, that same process in terms of disputing, you have to do that with that collection. Don't be scared of these companies, you guys. You just have to make sure you attack them just as much as they're attacking you. And your attack is sending letters just like they're sending letters, because them letters are scaring you a little bit, so you're going to scare them back by sending letters too, basically saying, hey, I know what I'm talking about, know what I'm doing. You can't just come here doing anything. So make sure you guys are texting the score to 21,000 to be a part of my texting club and to be entered into my monthly John. And also, you guys, call or text me if you have any questions. Drop in the comments if you have problems with charge-offs. What did you do about your charge-offs? Was this video helpful to you? Let me know too what videos you want me to make next. I really go through the comments, and because I don't know what to say sometimes, so I'm like, let me see. Okay, let me make a full video off of that. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
Do is, if you want to try my trick, I want you to opt into Factor Trust. So to opt into Factor Trust, you have to go ahead and click here. So this is the website. I'll have it down in the description. I want you to opt into Factor Trust. So when you opt into Factor Trust, all you're doing is telling them, hey, I want to get credit card offers, and you have to apply. You have to actually give them your name, your address, your social security number, your date of birth. They're a credit bureau, so they're similar to, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Those are the three major ones. But go ahead and click submit. After you click submit, then you want to go ahead and enter that information that I told you that you'll have to submit. Go ahead and submit the information and click confirm. Now, when you submit this, remember, you're telling them, I want offers. So be prepared to get a lot of offers in the mail. But that's good, because remember, you're trying to build your credit score up. And for you to build your credit score up, you need at least 4 credit cards. Now, let me show you what you can do after you actually opt in. After you opt in, then you have a chance of getting approved for credit cards without them actually checking your credit score. So let's go ahead and go to victoriassecrets.com, because that's an easy website where you can just test and see if you can do the opt-in. You don't have to get the credit cards, but you can see if you get the pop-up saying you're pre-approved without them checking your credit scores and without them actually give you that hard inquiry. So let's go to victoriassecrets.com. So after we go to victoriassecrets.com, I want you to put $200 to $250 worth of items in your cart. I already have items in my cart because I did not clear my cookies. So if you try this trick and it's not working for you, I want you to clear your cookies. I want you to clear your cookies, and I want you to go into incognito mode. And if you want me to go through that, let me just run through it really quickly. You don't have to ask. I'll just do it. Let's go ahead and click the 3 dots here at the top. So there's 3 dots at the top, and go to settings. After you go to settings, I want you to put pop into the box. And I'm going to kind of go fast because I don't want to, if you already know this, I don't want to, pull you through it. But I want you to go ahead and click here where you see it's highlighted with the pop. Go ahead and click there, scroll to the bottom, and you want to make sure that you click pop here, and then you allow pop-ups. You make sure that it says allowed. So make sure it says allowed on your computer. Go ahead and click enter again on pop. Let's go ahead and just put pop in again. I want you to go to clear browsing data. That's your cookies. That's when they track you. They know where you've been. So far they say I've been to 169 sites. I downloaded 10 items. Like, they know too much, right? So I want you to clear your data. So after you clear your data, they're not going to have this information anymore. So I want you to go to the Victoria's Secrets website, but I want you to do it in an incognito mode. I'm able to do it without incognito, but I want you to see what it looks like to do it in incognito. And this is actually called the shopping cart trick, what we're going to be doing. So I want you to put Victoria's Secrets here, click submit, click enter, and I want you to put that $200 to $250 worth of items in your cart. So I like to just go ahead and hover over sleep and go to cami sets. But again, it can be any $200 to $250 that you want to go ahead and pick the items. You can pick them yourself. You don't have to go ahead and follow these items, but I suggest you follow them, but you don't have to. And you can always rewind, slow it down, or whatever it takes so that you can go ahead and get this trick to work for you. So I like to click the small, and I like to get 4 of them. And so I get the same items. I don't like to go ahead and get different items. I think it's just too much work and it's not necessary. So I want to add this to my bag. Now I want to click checkout. Now, as you can see here, the items is actually only $198, but with taxes, it's going to put me over that $200 mark. So I'm not concerned about it. So I'm going to click checkout. After you click checkout, you want to check out as a guest. So go ahead and click checkout as a guest. Now, I want you to go ahead and type your information in, that same information that you put into Factor Trust. I want you to put your first and last name here, your address here. I want you to put your phone number and your email address in. And the only reason why you want to put that same exact information, that's because when the Factor Trust sent your information over to these credit card companies, the only thing that they gave them was your name, your address, your phone number, and your email address so that they can mail you stuff, they can email you things, you can get all these different offers, right? So put that same information in here, but I'm going to type this information in of the client that I have. So remember, you want to make sure that this is that same information. If you do not put the information in correct, then they're not going to go ahead and give you that pop-up that I'm going to show you in a second. So I'm just typing in all the information that you will have to put in so that you can get that pop-up. And keep this in mind too. There's over 60 different credit cards that allow you to get credit cards without them checking your credit score. So go ahead, if you get approved for this one, if you get the pop-up, I want you to get the shopping cart trick guide in the description where you can see those 60 different credit cards. So I have all of the information put in. So I just want to verify that everything is correct so we can get the pop-up. So far, everything is correct. I want to click continue to delivery. So after you click continue to delivery, this is the pop-up that you're going to get. It's going to say, congratulations, you're pre-approved for the Victoria's Secret credit card. And this is the pop-up for all of the companies. You should get the same exact pop-up saying that you're pre-approved. Now, they're asking you to pick which credit card you want to get. So I always like to get the pink. If you watch this plenty of times because you're trying to master this trick, then you know I love the pink card. So I'm going to click accept now. And what they're going to ask you for is I want you to put your date of birth here, your last 4 digits of your social twice, and they want you to go ahead and check this box here and click finish, submit for review. So that is what they want you to put here. And remember, after you go ahead and put this information in, they're going to let you know, congratulations, you're pre-approved for $500. You're pre-approved for $1,000. Now, I don't suggest that you actually buy the things on this. I don't suggest that you go ahead and get it. What I would do is I would just exit out. So I would click that X right there. And after they tell you how much you're approved for, they're going to send you that card in the mail. So you can go ahead and look at my guide down in the description. It's called the Shopping Cart Trick Guide. And you'll be able to get those same credit cards that's on that guide. And remember, they're not going to be checking your credit score and they're not going to be pulling your credit reports, giving you that hard inquiry. But if you have problems with hard inquiries, then go ahead and look down in the description. I have the hard inquiry removal guide also, where you can go ahead and remove inquiries from your credit reports. But yes, guys, I taught you guys the trick. So now I want you just to implement it. And remember, you want to opt into Factor Trust. After you opt into Factor Trust, it's going to be so many different offers coming in the mail. And now they're going to tell these different companies that you want to get the credit card, which is going to make it easier for you to be able to get them. So if you have any questions, go ahead and call or text me. My phone number is 833-Rickita. And remember, I'm always here for you. So you can always call or text me. You're my assistants. We're definitely here for you. And if you want me to try to see if I can do this trick for you, I also have a section in the description that says, click here if you want me to try to do the trick for you. And usually that trick can be done within 24 hours so I can see if I can get you pre-approved. If you have any questions, like I said, call or text me. Make sure you subscribe, like this video, and leave a comment with your Cash App so you can be entered into my monthly drawing.